And now we are back with the last episode of this game. Today we are going to tackle this of the side stories of this game, and after that I can go watch all of the spoilers and all of the secrets, new Easter eggs in this game because I'm very lazy to go find them. So yeah. So without further ado, let's begin the side story. Ooh, what's this? Music is so cheerful. I mean, chill. Look at this new scenery. Hmm. Oh, it's morning again. Okay, everyone. No save. Load. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Dot. Ugh. I miss debate club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the literature club, and that's why she's the president now. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? This is the backstory. Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision? But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought, but before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up on her. It's so quiet, and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Ooh. This is Sayori? Hello? Hey, it is. Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. I never do this. Hee hee, is this a napping club? Can I join that? No, this is. Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is in fact the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do that all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that, this is everybody. Really? Just you? That's really embarrassing. If I'm Monica at that moment. In this moment right now. But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? What are qualifications? Not just. Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find people who do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. Sayori. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure of that. Monica tries to say something reassuring, reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. I think these side stories are where our character is not in here, like all of the side stories. Our character doesn't like show up anywhere. It's just full of these girls. I guess that's fine. Will you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Sure. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing, and you shouldn't be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how can I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! That's such a cool name! Oh, now just trying to cheer me up. Monica! Monica! Whatever. But you're smiling! Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool! And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Alright. Hey, do you like hugs? Hugs? Are they gonna hug? Yeah, I know nothing about the side stories, by the way. I guess so. So Yuri suddenly pulls up Monica into a friendly hug, but let's go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, so Yuri whispers loudly, "Oh, energy is what keeps me at my best." Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Hugs. Just hug anyone that you see. No. A day passes, and the time comes for the literature club. Monica and Sayori to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late, I'm here. It's okay, welcome back. And Sayori bends over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? What's on my hand right now? Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland, caution me to watch my step, so I can look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me. While I look up to you, the more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. I just remembered that I need to make my mic a little bit bigger, a little bit louder, so you guys can hear me better and clearly, properly, or whatever. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. Well, I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so goddamn stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Aw, you shouldn't have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to like set a good example or whatever. Hmm. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can express to other people, usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah, I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision to the club, for the club. Man, new words every day. I'll keep those in mind. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'll love that. Oh jeez, I'm getting distracted. You want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstorm so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Hey Yuri, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. ... Make cupcakes. I was hungry. Always. What's a good idea? Isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when will we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come to the club? What if we said we have free cupcakes on the flyers? Like, kinda worried that would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People will just come for the cupcakes and then leave. Aw, nobody would do that. That would be me. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. Hunt. I don't think I get it. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And we would help to check out the literature club. Is this about Yuri? Is this how you got Yuri? Well, the problem with that is like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How will we know if they're just reading it for fun? Well, we can ask them. Maybe then we won't be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot of things that I can. Oh, the next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I would definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What will we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to be just like, join the literature club, bitches! Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, so Yuri, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. Fuck you, Sayori. What the heck? I was just thinking of a friend of mine. She's talking about us, guys. She's talking about me. Guys! I'm famous. Not really. But I'm... blessed... Whatever. She's talking about me. Because joining a literature anime club, yeah. Okay, what if I said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together? I'll probably never do that. Yep, she's talking about us, alright? But I just need the first part, okay? Anime club. That's you, Sayuri. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know? This sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica, don't be sad. Oh, what do you like about literature, Sayuri? Me? Poetry. Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Oh yeah, express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We can like express your true self in a form of just a paper with a few words on it. Be intimate with us. Okay, that's kind of I'm just kidding, bruh. Oh my gosh. What is it? I've got all my things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rush? But when... never mind. Do you want to get some stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Not really. The Yuri dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Whoa. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica! You startled me. Sorry, but something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book, bruh. Reading a book? Yuri? Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, make sure she's not just doing homework. I can tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we can take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from the desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayuri leading the way. Hey then, this way! You don't have to run. Sayuri leads Monica over a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See, in here! Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone and intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You shouldn't go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I will probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed. What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she will see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the club room. Sayuri feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Bruh, that's how they got Yuri into the club? That was kinda gay. Not really. Not gay in that way, but you know what I mean. Upon returning, Monica and Sayuri resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayuri's list and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot than from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayuri peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join a literature club right away into your heart? That's so cute! I thought it was a little over dramatic. But Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but that's me. That's literally me. Will you call yourself a perfectionist? Dot dot dot. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go, and it's like I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it, yeah, into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of deviating from that, the vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. He sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to. Monica trails off. Smiling, Leary taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right away into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Mocha returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner, and the only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Have to go home? You tell me, you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. Sayori beams at Monica with her laser eyes. Stuff. You can go ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck. Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the clubroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something like that I can use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. What? Happening? Give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day, I've plucked some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, yanked away in an instant, all for me, all for joy. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, 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 every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're going to die, and you, too. Beneath my feet, a shower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, or whatever, the carnage of my joy, and that is why I've decided I must become the flower. What the? Wait, Sayori? What? That's supposed to be happiness? Or sadness? Sadness. What's this? Revolt side stories. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard on the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to delicately hide Monica's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connection to the VM. Just to clarify, all the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here and there that differ a little bit from those in VM1, even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect from some of Monica's more fundamental changes? Or is it a result of her just messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experiment or for fun? So, if I'm keeping track, we have what, like 5 different universes in total, with 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monica. Of course, it's funny because I keep wanting to speculate on which one is real universe, but in reality, they all are as real as real as ours. Anyway, oh. So the poem that Sayori, so the poem that we just got from Sayori is a sad poem. Finishes sad story. Trust one. Look at her. Look at her. Look at everyone. Look at them. This one right here. Become the flower. I must become the flower. The ending, the start, and the ending. Jesus. So that's a sad poem coming from her. Because you. Jesus. What while all of Sayori's other poems. There once was a ladybug. It was so small, it took a really long time to crawl from here to there. It was very tiring to fly for too long. Nobody squishes ladybugs because they're cute. Does that make them better than the other bugs? Do ladybugs know they're cute? I think they're too preoccupied with bug things. And so, the ladybug crawled around and did bug things. This story wasn't really going anywhere, but I know you don't mind. I hope you think it's nice for being there anyway. Like ladybugs. Like this ladybug. The one who clings like a doof onto your sleeve because it knows you won't swash it. If it doesn't bug you, will you stay a while? Whoa. Sometimes these poems, like Sayori's poems, probably the best, dude. Alright, let's begin the side story number 2. A part 2 of Sayori and Monica. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the club meeting. Although Monica shouldn't have come with a plan for today's club task, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask. To ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the clubroom with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I make this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. Goddamn. I left my folder here. Marika stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the glove. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy and sadness. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Marika messages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Marika to pry, it's also painful for Marika to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You won't have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Marika takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Marika pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the literature club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. The vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Marika returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, wanna teach me about poetry? Huh? What? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I can say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need some motivation. I don't know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kinda just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. Bruh, you can't just start by writing your own feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first, and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a college, where you find all the things you want to put in, and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Marika pulls out a pen and a paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Marika scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Yes. Of course not. Yes, 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 you're an idiot, Monica, fucking bitch. I'm just kidding. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? But as dramatic as you want. Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Marguerite writes, "You idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did that exact thing anyway. It's really gonna take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean. But also you. Of course. Marka continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking, but after a while, with Sayuri's guidance and encouragement, Monika's sheet of paper begins to look very lively. Pepper, what are her random thoughts? Phew. Monika looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Yeah, don't give me too much credit. I'll have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I will enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. Pew! With her laser eye, she cuts off Monika's hair like a shit. Whatever, I don't know. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it. Monika and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Ooh, bro, skis. Another day passes. As usual, Monika is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monika and Sayori came up with. If only this was frick! I accidentally. Okay. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Right the way into your heart. Surely, common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monika and Sayori had thought that it will be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monika thinks back at the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be the president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight on Monika's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monika was so good at it. It existed entirely with her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself. For real. Monika pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. You go! But her hand doesn't move. Oh no. Instead, a tiny block of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Here's Monika writing tip of the day. One of it is if you don't move your pen, you will get a dot, a big dot puddle of ink. I think. I don't remember, but yeah. Anyway, back to stuff. Maka lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica, just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Whoa. Dot. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. What a shame. Not really, but man, they were so complicated for them to form up like this, form up the members, get new members, form up the club and all. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. My guy hears Sayuri approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Man, me too. Huh? You too? What's up? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard on the club, but also something else, I think. I can do that. Can't do that. I'm sorry. It's so hard just to just be vulnerable. Sayuri takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down and stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayuri gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. This is where her sadness emotion starts to form in. Not only happy, but there are sadness. Happiness and sadness forms together. It becomes a true poetry, a true poem. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayuri's desk and reads it. Alright, let's see. Sometimes I want to die. Okay. Really straight to the point, huh? No. Don't be like this. Sayori, this is really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayuri takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even me? Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday, I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayuri must have taken days to work up the courage for this, but Monica's own futile but genuine efforts, actually the push that Sayuri needed, were Sayuri's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica, I suck it up. I don't want to suck it up like that. To continue, Monica wants wait in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. Oh yeah. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy with instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that, because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this, but another part of me, I think, just felt like it wouldn't be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself, too. It just made me feel like I couldn't say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. Club is only two people, but it already means this much to me. Jesus Christ. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart, a feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward, but if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you like. Wordlessly, and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of the days that have passed, this is the one where she really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me. Jesus Christ. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me. And I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. Jeez. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. And now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now. She won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, But she knows, Sayuri said herself, that she thought Sayuri experiences are ones that don't belong. And Maruka can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayuri battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value. To me, and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been this club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayuri doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. Sometimes I really just want, no, like right now I really want to cry because this is so wholesome, you guys. For real. Whew, okay, give me a moment. No more words are needed between them. My God, don't let me cry. In a horror game, the tears of emotion. The two share their embers for a while longer. Monica letting Sayuri take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayuri lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than the others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. Aww. You know, I'm sorry for bringing this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional therapist? Theory nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Joey suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired and hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Marka smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. Yuri? A face that seems familiar. Holy cow, another male. Character discrepancy. Okay, what's this? From Musi. Having run the control simulation for a while, it's evident that a certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. This makes me speculate that Marka's mailing is less clumsy than we think, because she wouldn't have had to manufacture this character herself as a way of forcing interaction between her and the user. And the user will my accent. Could that be why the character has such limited and dissonant personality traits? Or am I reading too much into this? I'll open an issue to start tracking info and observations on the anomaly of this character appearing. Hmm, weird. Hey, plus one. Is there anything new you want me to look in? Oh yeah, this. Oh, this is so wholesome. Like, you know? Is there anything else? Not really. Alright. Next side stories. Let me see. Oh, there are a lot of them. Self-love. Okay. Understanding. Yes. I have a lot to go, so we're probably gonna be like probably at least before 4 a.m. Yeah. I think I'm gonna spend all the time doing this in just one video. It's really interesting, and I was planning to sleep early today, but it's 11:30 p.m. now, and if I and I'll have and I only got through two of the side stories. I mean, only one with two parts. About to tackle the second one here, and each of the side stories are an hour. So I'm gonna try to speed things up, but I still want to keep my emotions still like this. Still like this, even though it's faster than a bit, even though you won't see it as any faster, but the club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. Widen or widen. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica. It's her! It's the girl! It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement. It's happening. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Marga, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I shouldn't be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh, do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori. This is Monica. Sayori, I already... Nice to meet you. Bruh. Do you like fantasy? Dot dot dot. Like books? Dot dot dot. Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle Dubon? Annabelle? I can't say I have. Oh well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Mocha stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, finally asking for help. I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I am so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself that the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay. I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Yuri silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest. Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Okay, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more. Aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You're probably the great at helping Yuri feel more comfortable here. Maybe you can take a break from helping me with the administrative. Yeah, administrative stuff, and just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayuri lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. Sorry. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayuri and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayuri feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those will be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe we just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Marika smiles and nods as Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down and looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica came into my classroom, put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens, and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. That makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Just things you wouldn't think are dumb. So Yuri pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you something I'm into? and then you can tell me, tell me about something you're into. I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into like crafty things, like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off till the last minute. Hehehe. So yeah, that's something kinda silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you will be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Marka, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. Am not. Oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. It's nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously, autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do. If you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue the conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayuri beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayuri and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayuri enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayuri and Monica are left in the club room. Sayuri, you are a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she will have a great time here, with you engaging her. How you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Yay. That was neat. Keep going. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the clubroom, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the clubroom. Okay. It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we can talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. ... Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But If you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Marka and I have just been working on recruitment stuff, mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we can do together, reading your books. You know, like as a club activity, that would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't want what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Yuri pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over as Yuri reads the cover of the book. Dust Bell. Part 1 of Everlast Saga. Aha! It's Dust Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh right, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. Notes? Yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayuri's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and like blush. You can generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent so far. So, in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Yuri rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Okay, anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two of them back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayuri through the basics of the fantasy world of her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayuri seems to have. But despite Sayuri's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know. But this is like there must be so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayuri's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayuri jogs Yuri's patience into her notes. Bruh, hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayuri flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Well, be patient because Sayori is very clumsy. And yeah. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment because speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Ah, well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. Innocent or guilty. Not guilty or innocenty. That's not a word. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. So Yuri turns to the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their fractions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. Oh, damn. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present? Or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. Well, I almost read that as bananas. Or Barney. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value and notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she will come across as stupid. She is stupid already, guys. She is already stupid, you know? At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gone through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to be understanding, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do. ... The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you. ... Yuri leaped. You weren't making me. Yuri is left alone with her words. Uh-oh. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I shouldn't have just told her that I enjoyed it. Marga trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still mess it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk. Redwood notes. The book set sits next to them. Right. She wasn't coming back, then she would have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe because she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would have be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Dang, dude. Dang. What a danky moment. Understanding. Next one. No, this one. Here we go. Here we go. It's officially almost 12 a.m. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Yuri continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. ... Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room, not Yuri or Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Ah! Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not. Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering how I can help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity and stuff? Yes. That guy is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden? When she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before, did they not get along after all? Olga looks in the club room to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but I'll be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Olga's worried when she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic she realizes that she can be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica attends herself at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Ah, sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have those same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence. Then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's just an issue with me. So if you want to inconvenience you with it. Ah. Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if you put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. that everyone can be happy with, not just only some people? Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. No, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. She what? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? You're nuts. I just wanted to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I push onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort. Just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't even know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri looks down with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. The Yuri is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she will do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater the other person's weird needs? ... I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Mocha hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori wouldn't be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, or the more exaggerating the matter. Neither person is to blame, or is an issue that can be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend, I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too, but good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to be good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is so resistant to everything. I'm pushing a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle of creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session, but I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's full of club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a a shy smile of her own. Damn, bro. Damn. Understanding. Yuri and Monica finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to be confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to go get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own, though. So please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that I mention it, I bet we can get permission to give stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up the water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it will be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. It must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door. Wait a bit, Yuri. Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At the moment, she realizes how Sayuri has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look, Sayuri holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointing in me. Though I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can take this. Yuri? Yuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response he was expecting. I'm sorry. Yuri looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please, just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like. I don't want your pity. ... Why did I do that? Oh no. Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing began to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Yuri or the rest of the world. She shouldn't leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this, and before Yuri tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a one pair of hands gently wrap around her from behind. Damn, it's okay. Yuri whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair. Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing away through her clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise. I understand that. So, I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. Hey, don't cry, bitch. Don't be a bitch, baby. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people, so it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayuri doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends and ruin my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayuri, who can feel Sayuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for having me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need to. But I feel like it will just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me, but I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way that you can frustrate me because I really like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that is true. I'm done. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know, worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club, but it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book, I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them at first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that, but I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. He effects back a smile at that moment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the cares of Sayuri's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes, but once she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Yuri, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to be relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to be experienced. Ooh, that was hard. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. Hehehe, that's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course, I'm not gonna judge anything this early on though. So we just see what happens. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. Yeah, I was just saying. I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you at all recently. Yuri trots over to Monika. Ah, he whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Yay, hugs! Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Ah, hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster if he inherits the kingdom because Yuri laughs. Monika perplexly looks between the two of them and smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. Ah, about that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it wouldn't be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you don't like. Yes. Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. And that's another one done. Holy heck, guys. God damn, that was amazing. Okay. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I'm just gonna do one more. I want to split this in half. I don't because I didn't think this game would make me tear up, or I'm just a bitch baby. And big kids don't cry though, literally. And me right here is I'm a teenager. God damn it. And okay, I'm gonna be right back for a minute. Just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I said before starting the last one, I said that I was gonna do all of them in one video, but I think explaining them out would be more better, you know. So let me see. Self-love, reflection, balance, respect. Alright. It's time for Natsuki to show up. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased the collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly enthralled by the club room door opening, and in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi, it's Natsuki. Yuri tugs excitedly at Monika's sleeve. Yuri shifts her a seat and buries her eyes in her book. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yay, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah, come sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Yuri presses over to her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, Yuri can make you some tea. Ah, and for girls are here. Yuri looks up at Sayuri in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayuri. Monica follows by sitting nearby. Then sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay. Well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing, or reading, or whatever other kind of literature. You, you know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe. I have what vibe? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna judge people I just met like that. I don't like you. I will always judge people so hard. Oh, no you don't, Sayuri. Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayuri. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh yeah? There are adult like you. I'm an adult. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room. Oh, that's Yuri. Then Yuri lowers her voice. She's kinda shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Ooh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably vanilla, cookie dough, or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough, bruh. And mocha is probably vanilla. What the heck? I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. Still, it's pretty chill here. Do you just like hang out, or do you actually do club stuff? Oh well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet, since we only have like 3 members, so we kinda just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with like some more structured club activities. It's been a while by now since I started the clubs, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you like you like the club to get into? Well, I guess literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club. Wait, hold on a second. That sounds so great. Like after all I've been doing all this, Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk. After all the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on. Is it that a big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically, I get it. Look, I'll do whatever the club activities you want. Can you please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just like keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to do. That's fine, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Need some help? Nah, Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. You say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine. But she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah. Wait, that's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance. Especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she will take a liking to literature. Are you sure you don't just want to hear her manga, Sayuri? Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinions, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone, that includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No, you're a pleasure to be around. I was just fishing for a compliment. I know. But still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. But I really am gonna start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly the three of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Theory stands up and walks over to the door, then opens it. Thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Sayuri giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies, "There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them." Maka anxiously glances between Sayuri and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets to accomplishment. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. Okay. Nothing new yet. Nothing too interesting yet. But I'm gonna freaking tear up again later on. At the next club meeting, Monica is the first to arrive. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monica paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monica thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monica forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monica outwardly tries to start some kind of conversation, but fails. Curious, he speaks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. One door with school supplies, then shelves. The shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute-looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we should keep it up there? I can't reach up there. That would be so inconvenient. Yeah, but... Well, besides, the teachers are going to ask what author's manga is doing here. And I have to tell them it's for the literature club. So? Mocha backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon. Sayuri spins into the club room. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this. Sayuri brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money and got a cookie. Found some money? Ooh, that's so pretty. As Sayuri trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye. Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. Have some respect, Natsuki. Jesus fucking Christ. No way. I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Boo! Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri suddenly walks into the club room. Monica glasses. Glasses? I thought. Wait, glasses is a word? I don't. Am I? Oh, whatever. Monica glasses at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns with a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively, whatever. Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else. Well, maybe. Something tells me that. Olga glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests, rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say that you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayuri's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but... Monika's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monika finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monika have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure that you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but Natsuki cuts Monika off by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just going to leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you are kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monika a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Yuri runs after her, leaving Monika and Yuri. For the second time today, Monika slumps down into the desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way. Monika looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she can find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not. I'm not good at these things. Monika sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monika sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. Sorry, you didn't go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Oh, well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the times you need it the most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right. I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here? You not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it. So I assume you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, calling her confrontations with Natsuki, realization starts to set in. Hmm, you may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, wouldn't I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that. Oh, with a sigh, Marika walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the closet full of shelves. It's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Marika starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger boxes and pulls out a volume. Inspecting it for no particular reason, the cover features four girls, striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. Yeah, amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Okay, that was something. OMG, what? By Ive Lasser. Okay, who's responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monica? Yeah, she has a Twitter account. Did you know? I think it's hilarious. But for God's sake, don't tell Paula, haha. It would get 404 in a microsecond. Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer or automate it? Based on the contents of the tweets, e.g., now screaming for help. I assume they're coming from the control simulation? Huh. Settings. Oh, data collected 71% already. That's something. Respect one. I still have one more to go. Oh, what's this? Finish the story, understanding too. Be positive, I believe in you. Hehehe. Wake up early, you are loved. He is so cute. Hey, I don't think there's anything else for me to look at. Other than this, might as well take a picture of it. Yeah. Alright. 1 minute. And now I'm back. It's time for the last stuff for today. Last side story, and that's Respect Part 2. This is gonna make me tear it up again. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. Kinda die inside. This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She shouldn't be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monica's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. What if I'm too into a manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on. That's condescending too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just wanted to support you. Asuki sighs. I know. Thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monica? I don't know. It's not like it's gonna change her opinion of me. Like, even if you were to convince her to back off, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. You can figure this out, please. I mean, I'm the vice president. Or at least I think I am. And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy. So I want to make that happen for you. I was wondering, what was the reason that you decided to join the literature club? Well, Asuki hesitates. It's kind of dumb. Oh, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome. I wasn't welcome. You were to me, so dot dot dot. Just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica. I promise. Asuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making any snotty comments about it. Not that I care about what anyone else thinks, but you know, the size for literature club that you can be yourself or whatever. So I decided it was at least worth a shot. But that was a lie, apparently. Asuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall. Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monica? Because she was being so judgmental that I didn't. Just want to tell her something she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would just like everyone else and try to push me away from the manga in favor of the more mature thing. The two of them remain silent for a while. Terry understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room for today at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club, just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome. You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. I promise. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria is all and hallways are bustling, are bustling with students and rushing to meet with their friends and make the most out of their limited break time. Where could she be? Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decided to try to find her during lunch so that she could make amends, or whatever. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, or whatever, Natsuki's right hair helps her stand out from the crowd. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. Natsuki is with some friends whom Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would be really tactless just interrupt them. Oh yeah! Did you end up joining that literature club or what? Huh? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? Ha! I told you she would join. Come on, you know why she joined? Because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club? I told you. I never even wanted to join that stupid club. Oh, sure. Shut the fuck up, cunt. I'm talking about you, friend number one. Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash. True. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up, just let me do my thing. I'm just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, you'll be the first ones to buy your book. What? You're gonna buy her smutty fan fiction? Well, obviously, I want a side copy. But that was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of it by now? I told you, I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've become since then. Not to mention, you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. Yeah, sure. The growth so fast brings a tear in my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Marika's direction, prompting Marika to quickly turn away and distance herself. What the heck? That was horrible. I should have said something to offend her. Then why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them. After the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. After the school ends, Monica distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monica picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Yuri, I don't think I can be club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go like exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place where you can get to express yourself, unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. And I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just like a lot on my mind. No. I enjoy listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll just continue then. Yuri nods. Yeah, Natsuki has some kind of a blunt attitude, you know? It made me feel like she wasn't taking the clubs seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her, telling her to grow up and stuff like that. That the literature club won't help her grow out of her manga. It just made me so mad. Like, just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? And when I had that thought, it was when I came to the realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri. When you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it. But then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayori handle it instead. And now I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time. Olga shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. I'm so stupid. Like, I can just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm going to get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah, I'll get them back by making sure that this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want. Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monica and Yuri jump. With a rare, stern face, she marches over to Monica's desk and sits down next to her. I'm having an intervention. Intervention? I can do that because I'm vice president. Is this about Natsuki? Yes! Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. Sorry, I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? I was just so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh, yay! I did it. Thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page. Friendship wins again. So how do you want to make it up to her? I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Monica was afraid of that, not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she's inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's so easy to just duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feeling after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of managing the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay, do you think you can get her to come to the meeting tomorrow? I can do that. Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Well, I guess for today, it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out a bit. Is that okay? Step out for a bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna read with Yuri. Hey, is that what Natsuki's welcome? How gun is out here? Sayuri picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk. Oh, that Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. But I thought she hasn't been coming to a club. Actually, Marika's been. Okay, Yuri. Okay, stop with that pose. Okay, Yuri. I'm sure it was just someone else who was using this classroom. Then, okay. Marika smiles at them both. Then, with a wave, she exits the club room. Okay, that was weird. I really shouldn't have left that out. Why? If Sayuri catches on, she would definitely tell Natsuki. That would get really awkward. Yeezys. I mean, not that. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I can borrow from the music room. What you doing? The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Marika and Yuri are the first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayuri is going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? But I thought, well, she's Sayuri. You know, you're right. Time slowly passes. Marika sits, then stands up, paces around and sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayuri marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here. Welcome back, Marika, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayuri picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Marika is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would stand at the front of the club room like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the reason that Marika had, admittedly, though vague, advertised, seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the literature club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Marika takes a deep breath and Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Marika takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay, everyone, it's time to share our poems. The literature club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Marika turns around to face a chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today, we're going to learn from expert about a unique form of literature, manga. Oh, come on. Is this kind of force? I know you don't actually want to do this, so just Marika shakes her head. Natsuki, this is the hardest part. After making it this far, it won't be so easy just to smile and move on. But that's not enough, not this time. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me not to take you seriously when you were kind of to show interest in my club. I thought about it, and I realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So, can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but I know you're only doing this because Sayuri told you to. But that's not true. Mocha planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was witness to that as well. This is the literature club. The literature club is the place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that. And it's my goal to respect everyone for them. So I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into. Maka smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Your pose is dumber, you know? Oh, except for me. Sayuri, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro, but I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. We all do. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the literature club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Maka approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything? Me? Not particularly. Why? Oh, there was just something that I wanted to show you, if you had a few minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not in here. Can you follow me into the music room? Yeah, she's gonna play the piano. The music room? I think? Why? Well, you'll see. Ooh, okay. This is not what I expected, but I see a piano over here. You know, I was thinking back when the club was just me and Sayuri. We would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We care a lot about being a place where people could express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself, more than everyone. Well, I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught me a lot. You really taught me a lot about myself. Like things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit. Oh, come on. You can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. It's just like brought a bunch of manga and then I got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I would never have realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, like I really shouldn't care about that other people thing in the first place. But when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. It makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monica listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm like always trying to come off as perfect for other people. Anytime there's like a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it extends to you that I really started thinking about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it. But like I said, I didn't even do anything. You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Maka takes a breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. What? You? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry. I think I just felt like kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it. I can't believe you. Out of all people, we're reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right? You were reading Perfect Girls? Wow, you have good taste. Just one volume, and I kind of just picked it out randomly. Well, you have good intuition. Then you have to tell me all your favorite parts. Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate because the character is just in a literature club. She also plays piano. It's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person that I always wished I was. If I just did if I just did what I wanted, instead of always second guessing myself. Oh yeah, my guy walks over to the piano and sits down. I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress everyone, impress people or make them like me before. But after you joined the club, I realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions. And I just felt like I wanted to show you this, because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing. Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Perfect Girls, not me. No. Well, maybe it's true that Perfect Girls put the thought into my head. Well, it was you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. Every day? Because, you know, you just made me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, and I'm really not good at it yet, like, at all. Literally, this line is like, is like the line where the ending of the game, when Marga shows her real voice to the player. She also, when she talks about, she makes the music for you, she also said this line too, and I'm not really not any good at it yet, like, at all. Yeah, I recognize it right away because it's so recognizable, and it's just, yeah, whatever. But I wrote you a song. But I wrote you a song. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really hard on it. So yeah, it doesn't have any words or anything, but well, yeah. That ended on a good note. I like that. That's that was so good. It was? Yeah, are you kidding? You're you're like already a pro. Not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so yeah. It's called My Song, Your Note. because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I imagined it, I think. But I was like such a selfish perfectionist. Perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me. It should be about everyone. And it's all of you who helped shape the club into what it is. I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful and kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. It makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So yeah, I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. It's fine. I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. It takes a lot of immaturity to reflect on that kind of thing. Well, I wonder who I got it from. Hmm? Oh, never mind. Sayori? Or you? I don't know. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit that it's a form of literature. You totally can take that back now. You got me. The closet's all yours. Hehehe. I'll tell you what, I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. What kind of little something? Oh, you see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. Is it a poem? A cute poem? Maybe? The next club meeting ends up being particularly tasty one. Particularly tasty one. Oh, cupcakes. Wow, that was something, isn't it? So now we left with 3 of these. Yep, and I'm gonna do it on the next episode, and it will probably gonna be the last one. Look at this. Finish so society story respect too. Hmm? Finish the story respect too. It looks cute. Okay, anything else I should look around? Yes, this one looks really good. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Just why not? Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I'm gonna do more in the next one, and it's probably gonna be the last one too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again, and it's really fun, and I shouldn't probably keep going until it's done, and after I'm done, I should be look on YouTube to check what's the secrets behind it, because I really like secrets in Easter egg, like those are the best of the best juice in a game, So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. I said it so much. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Later.